Greetings. I hope you guys are great and are doing wonderfully. Now listen, when we talk about our lives as guys, we forget a very important dynamic. We're so busy trying to get women into our lives, we don't realize that that's not what we should be doing actually. We should be focusing on living a life that we are joyful to live. We are happy to be in. In other words, you need to be creating the perfect movie script. You need to choose a role for yourself. Am I going to be the fashionable guy? Am I going to be the Marlboro man as he used to be? The adventure man with a Land Rover in the middle of the wilderness chasing down sheep in the Chilean Andes? Whatever it is, you've got to create a life for yourself that you are happy to live. You've got to say, what do I want as my adventure goals? Where would I like to go? What would I like to learn? What would I like to do? For instance, I want to go to the AMG Academy. It's not a school kind of thing. It's just a day spent or day or two spent driving Mercedes AMG cars and learning their limits and how to control them better. It's fun. It's interesting. Or go to Japan, Tokyo, and check out anime and all these interesting things that happen in Japan, all those weird bars and restaurants, eat sushi. That's stuff that I would like to do. And having a life of your own, a life that has a forward plan, regardless of what woman you're with, is vital. Because the thing is, when you get to that level of having a relationship where you're like, you know what? I am with the woman that I would like to be with. I am doing the things that I would like to do. It somehow changes things for you, because when you are out there learning, riding your Harley Davidson, when you are out there climbing a mountain, when you're out there sailing, when you're out there riding horses, when you're out there growing your own coffee plantation, making your own coffee beans, growing your own wines, making your own shirts, learning to milk cows, building a house out of wood. You are living your life. You are at your best. You are happy. You are a joyful person. You are a person that has purpose, regardless of whether somebody is there or not. You should have things happening in your life whether a woman is present or she is not. You should be happy whether a woman is present in your life or not. Your happiness should be contingent on you having a plan of what will excite you, what will give you life. You should have hobbies, you should have friends, you should have travel plans that do not require you to include anybody for you to be able to have a good time and to enjoy yourself. I saw this girl from Germany. She was like traveling around the world for one entire year. She decided that, you know what? I am going to travel around the world for one entire year. She was just a teacher. And you know what? That's an exciting thing to do. She went by herself. She booked herself in place. Imagine that. A woman booked herself in different trips around the world. And she, of course, she knows some people here and there, but she doesn't know people everywhere. She just joins tours and they show her around, and she trusts that, you know what, it'll be an interesting experience. Do that as a guy. Do not make getting a girlfriend, having a baby mama, or having a wife your number one goal in life, because that is the mistake a lot of us guys have made in the past and guys continue to make today. We are so obsessed with the idea that we must have sex, we must have a woman, we must have that. When that is not present in our lives, it takes up all our energy, our entire focus. We don't see anything else. We don't think about anything else. And we all just think about women, 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 which is detrimental. Remember, a man that focuses on women will not succeed as much as a man who focuses on his lifestyle being as fun as possible and making as much money as possible. Focusing on the money and on your purpose will make you more attractive and make women focus on you. Focusing on them will make you feel like you are desperate. You don't have abundance of attention from women in your life, and that makes them get turned off, because obviously you're not the highest value man around, because you know what? You spend all your time chasing after her or chasing after a female versus focus on your purpose and on abundance and on being the most attractive man that you can be. Also, remember this. When it comes to relationship, it's like a car where you are the driver and she is the passenger. You are the one in charge and in control. The destination you're driving to is one you've chosen, and it's one that you drive to in the style that suits your energy and your personality. And she is in for the ride because she likes the way you are driving and where you are going. And she wants to be part of that. In other words, women join your lifestyle. You don't join theirs. They join yours. They find you riding horses, surfing, riding mountain bikes, building a global empire, and they join that journey. They join that adventure. You are the main star of your movie. She joins only to make an appearance. She's a guest star. She's a supporting actress. She is not the main star of your movie. And you must know that the main point of your movie is the plot line that you created about the life you want to live. You want to move to Italy and have a villa? Do it. You don't need her permission. You don't need her to be there to do it or not do it. Never derail your plans for your plot, your movie, your life for a woman. Don't say that I was going to move to my villa in Italy and live life and enjoy going to Switzerland and driving my Porsche or riding my motorcycle or riding my bicycle or just walking up and down the hills because I don't have money for a villa, but I can live in a tent in somebody else's villa. If that's what you intended to do, that's what you should do. Because what you will soon discover, or if you have not yet, is that every time you sideline your own plans to follow a woman's and put her in the driving seat, she starts to hate your guts. She starts to think you're not a man. You know why? You're not a man because you are not taking charge. You are giving her too much responsibility. Women hate it when they have to be the ones that decide everything. Where to go, what to drive there and back. They find that stuff stressful. When you drive, you take away the responsibility and stress of her having to do it. When you decide, you take away the stress of her having to make the decision. Feminists will not like it, but the reality is men who say, I'm going to give 50-50 and let her make decisions, always end up getting dumped for a guy who's more confident, more masculine, and more controlling. A guy who even tells a girl what he wants her to wear. That is what happens. So you cannot sit around and say, well, you know, don't waste your time. Focus on your goals. Focus on your movie because she is going to join your ride. She never should be in the driver's seat. She's never to be the one deciding where the car is going. She can have an idea. She can have an input, but you have a predetermined destination. And that's why if she leaves, it does not alter your progress towards your goals or what you would like to achieve in life, because you know what? She was just a part of the universe of things happening in your life. She was not the universe. She was not the focus. She was not the one and only thing that makes you have joy in your life, because you've got a life that you've built with so many other joyful things, whether it's riding a motorcycle, is painting, is making music, is climbing mountains, is building businesses, is playing the stock market, is taking photographs or making videos. Because of that passion you have in other ways in your life, it does not matter drastically if she leaves or decides to go and chase after another guy or jumps into another man's passenger seat because she feels that's a better car, that's a better ride, and he's a better driver than you. You have to understand that. Do not make a woman the center of your life. Create a life that is fantastic, that you enjoy living, at the center of which is you and nobody else.